Welcome to Venue Marketing 101, a free educational video series for EVENTPROFS powered by Snappening, an event technology company helping you find places to host parties and the pros that plan them, and the Venue Marketing Society, an online community dedicated to answering real venue owners and managers about their daily marketing challenges. Well, hi there. I'm your host, Crystal Grave, the founder, president, and CEO of Snappening, and I'm also the author of the industry's ultimate guide to venue marketing, How to Market an Event Venue, a free downloadable guide to marketing venues from scratch with more than 300 pages of useful tips, ideas, stories, and real-life examples to immediately supercharge any venue's marketing plan. Feel free to connect with me on Twitter and a host of other places if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you. Hey everybody, we're back again this week with our Venue Marketing 101 video series. Just in case you missed episode 1, I want to suggest you give that a quick listen first and then catch up to any of these future episodes. Episode 1 really sets the tone for our discussions about venue discoverability. It helps define the venue discoverability model, and it highlights the 5 steps we're going to showcase over the course of a year with each episode in the series. In other words, episode 1 really helps all these other episodes make a lot more sense. You don't need to watch them all in order to get something out of them, but doing so may help some viewers plan their marketing strategies a little better. And we'd be doing you no favors if we didn't make a video series with something extra in the value department, right? Something you can use right now and see immediate results. That's where our individual episodes featuring more than 50 solid venue marketing ideas come into play. Each video gives you a few nuggets of solid marketing advice that's been tailored specifically for venue owners and managers. Some little aha or oh right idea that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. So please feel free to join us weekly right here on our YouTube channel as we explore this topic all year long and add value to your week.
Hi there and welcome to today's episode number 13. It's all about establishing a growth goal for your influence network, and it's a good bridge topic between Circle 1, in-person influence, and Circle 2, the referral network. So it makes sense that this is our last episode in this section of the series and a perfect way to tee up the next section. So let's dig in. Just a quick reminder about where we are in this video series. Right now we're focused on 11 ideas for Circle 1, in-person influence. You can see that here in the upper left corner. This is our nucleus of influence, and it makes sense as the best place for us to start because if we grow this area, we're also going to grow our overall venue discoverability. We're going through our first 11 ideas related to in-person influence right now, and today's video is the last episode in this first circle. After we finish this section, we'll move on to the next circles later in the series. It doesn't really matter if you have 10, 50, 100, or 5,000 clients or prospects. There's always room to grow. But to grow, you've got to have a working plan, you've got to measure the goal, and you've got to adjust for real life when it wallops you over the head and gets in the way of that well-laid plan. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's lesson. We're going to cover taking your first step with your end game in mind, knowing your paths to success, jotting down your targets, and preparing for obstacles. First, you have to start with the end in mind, which may seem counterintuitive for some people. In other words, you sort of need to know what your end game will be. What exactly are you growing toward and why? Write that down first. It's good to know which race you're running exactly before you march yourself up to the starting line. Next, you need to really think about what your paths to success will be. Who are you going to meet? Why are you picking those specific people? When are you going to meet them? Have you made time to do it in your super busy schedule? We talked a lot about that the last couple of videos related to networking. How are you going to make it happen? Be deliberate in your thought process here. The end game should be a big, lofty, simple goal. The paths should be much more specific. If you've not written goals before, either personally or professionally, I highly recommend a few links we've added about goal setting in the video description. These will help you wrap around how goal setting works and how you can make it work for you. Next, after you kind of have your end game in mind and you thought about your paths, you need to jot down your targets. Paths and targets are related, actually. Paths are basically the logical steps we take towards our targets. Everyone is going to have their own paths and their own targets. Are those targets based on certain revenue goals for you, or maybe a certain number of meetings or a number of new contacts, maybe a certain number of events that get hosted at your venue? Whatever it is for your unique situation, information, write it down. Did you know that you're 50% more likely to actually accomplish a goal if you write it down and share it with somebody? That's a huge number, 50%. That's massive. So why not make it a habit of working on your plan with an accountability buddy? A lot of business owners I know have mastermind groups where they meet with others and really talk about what's challenging them in their businesses. But you can do the same thing with peers at your organization or professional colleagues in other organizations in your city or town. Think of this group like your work tribe. The point here is to keep having someone to check in with periodically about how it's going for you and for you to remember to check in with yourself. While you're busy writing down your goals like a rock star, what about obstacles? Now, I know we don't like to really think about obstacles because for some of us, that feels self-defeating before we've even begun. But a weird thing happens when we write down the things that might stand in our way. We also get to write down how we're going to mitigate those risks before they happen. So what will we do today to make that obstacle less likely? How can we have some little backup plans and little escape hatches in our hip pocket already identified? You can't plan for the unexpected entirely, but you can give yourself some wiggle room to make sure you'll be more than certain to be able to give your growth goal setting exercise your best shot. And remember, this is about progress, not perfection. Okay, so now we've made it through the first two steps of the venue marketing discoverability model. Step 1, which we covered in episode number 1, was all about understanding where we were going. We defined the model, influence and reach, and how those are different. And then we went over the 4 circles of influence, starting in the middle and working our way out to the edge. Step 2, which we covered in episodes number 2 through 13, was all about introducing you to what in-person influence really means, as well as 11 solid venue marketing ideas to increase your in-person influence immediately. I hope you found all those episodes and their nuggets of goodness helpful in your professional role at the venue. Our next episode, episode number 14, we're going to introduce you to step 3, the referral network, and preview 17 more marketing ideas we'll tackle in that next part of the model over the next several weeks. I can't wait to have you join us next time because there's so much more to learn and to do.
If you've enjoyed this video and thought to yourself, you know what, it would be mighty handy to have some more content like this and some people to talk to on a regular basis about my venue, and somewhere to ask questions right as I think of them, well then, I have just the place for you. Pop on over to Facebook and visit facebook.com/groups, Venue Marketing Society, no spaces, and connect with us now. We have daily prompts about venue marketing ideas, real challenges people are facing, and other cool things we're finding online. We've also included a link to our group down in the video description here on YouTube to save you a step. I've also mentioned our free downloadable ebook a couple of times in the video, and in case you'd like more learning like this, but want to take it at your own pace and snag a copy of your own, you can grab this link and get the book down in the summary for the video, or you can head over to the blog post mentioned on the screen. Just complete the download form on the blog and poof, you're all set. You'll also receive more exclusive content when you sign up for the ebook that will help you with your learning over the next several weeks. We'd love to socialize with you. Join us online in any of the channels you see here. It'll be great to chat with you. The Venue Marketing 101 video series is created, produced, and licensed by Snappening. We extend our thanks to our production team and the artists who have helped contribute to the work showcased in this video. That's all for today's episode. We look forward to having you join us for the next one right here on our YouTube channel. Your likes and comments on this video help guide our team's future content roadmap, so share the love below if we're helping you in your venue marketing journey, and let us know how we could help you even more in the future. If you'd like to be notified about episodes as soon as they're released, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/snappening.